Rhine and Shine, podcast brought you by Blue Rhine Industries.
Today, I am joined by Maitha Alblooshi, who is a youth leader regionally and a master at Emirates MBD.
A Scrum Master.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, my lovely lady. Thank you, Anita, for introducing me for such a lovely intro. And just to deep dive into who I am, just to continue on your what you said, I'm also a founder of BU, as well as a moderator. So I've been moderating.
That's how we met.
Exactly.
We met at the Future Innovation Summit.
Exactly.
And you were the host for the panel. You were the moderator.
And you were the amazing panelist with me.
Thank you very much. And we just hit it off. And I think, you know, there is this great story around you that people can be inspired by and learn and, you know, be able to guide them on their journey perhaps. So that's perhaps, you know, the purpose of today. So let's get into it. You know, who is Maitha?
Great. What such a lovely intro. Thank you, Anita. So my name is Engineer Maitha Alblooshi again. I'm a motivational speaker, Scrum Master at Emirates NBD Bank, as well as I'm a moderator and founder of BU. So if I will talk about my journey, I started very early in my age. And I know people will ask like how old I am. So I will not mention this, but however, I started when I was 21 years old. Wow. And people were asking me like how a young lady can be so energetic, being on the stage, start networking with people. It was for them like, you know, a big question mark. And for me, especially because I'm a lady wearing shayla and abaya, being on the stage, so energetic, they was actually asking me like, from where did you get this energy? And how did you cross the boundaries and the barriers being on the stage, especially as a woman? And I will say like, for us as a woman, we are already empowered. No one needs to empower us. We are already empowered, but we need to get out of our comfort zone. And when I started 21 years old, I was thinking like, maybe I have a phobia of the stage, because everyone, when we talk about stage, they was like, no, I can't put my footprint over there because I start shaking and so on. But believe me, the day I put my footprint on the stage, it was the happiest moment I've ever did in my whole life. I feel like this is your time, Maitha. When I see, especially like you're smiling to me right now, when I saw the people smile in front of me,
the reactions,
I was like, this is the moment. And I don't believe in tomorrow, and I don't believe on the past, because I always say to people, yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a present. That's why they call it as a gift. So I like to live the moment right now. And I
love that. So today is the present, which is a gift.
It's a gift from the God. So we need to live the moment right now. Otherwise, you will lose this opportunity. People will think like, okay, who I am will be after 5 or 6 or 10 years. That's good that you're asking yourself this question. But at the same time, you need to understand that if you don't move right now, it will be pointless to think about who you will be after 5, 6 years.
So 21 is incredibly young to have such a strong vision of who you want to be, and to even have some sort of a plan on executing it. So at 21, if you're already, you know, prepared to go on stage and to talk about the topics that were what you wanted to share with the world, how does a 21-year-old find themselves in that position? What inspired you? What gave you that confidence and ability to be able to go and take that step? Once you were on the stage, you said you were very comfortable and you knew that this is exactly what you wanted to do. But what got you to a 21-year-old, young, enthusiastic lady with so much energy to go on that stage and to take the platform?
Well, I love that, because basically, most of the people, they ask me the same question, like, from where did you get the inspiration to be on the stage? Like, it's still too young for you? And to be honest, when I get to Emirates MBD, I was 22 years old. And people were asking me, like, even for Emirates MBD role, you're still young. Who motivates you to be who you are today? And I said, if you have the passion to do, and God opened the door for you, no one can close it. And the big source, I can't name it as a source, a big source motivation who inspired me today, I'll deliver this message to my dad.
Yeah.
Because he's the one, when he saw me, to be honest, when I see myself in the mirror every single day, I try to talk to myself. Just like seeing myself in the mirror, people will see me like, you know, just like a lower point in a big, let's say, sea. Like a small rock in the big sea. But my dad was telling me, you don't need to care about people. And this thing stick in my mind.
I think your father gave you the right advice.
That's why, exactly. That's why I was telling myself, that's correct. Yeah. So let me just show the world who really I am. And especially because I'm like from United Arab Emirates, I'm local, I like to represent my country.
Yeah.
And this is the right to do, because our rulers, they believed on us as a young generation, because we'll be the next generation as well.
Yeah.
So I will deliver their message to the whole world, not even the United Arab Emirates, but in the whole world, because they believed in us.
Yeah.
And this is the right time to deliver what they want.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, if we just touch on that leadership and the investment that they've made into encouraging the youth, encouraging this diversification of the skill set and the roles that, you know, the youth are taking here. What sort of inspiration did you take from them?
From whom?
From the leadership.
From the leadership, yeah. So the big source of leadership inspiration that I've got is that just step forward, and no one can pull you down if you have the passion to do. So to be honest with you, I've got a lot of negative people surrounding me that's telling me, you're still young, what you're doing is pointless.
Yeah.
And this is the pointless.
You're wasting time. You should be focusing. Go find a husband.
Exactly.
Go get married. Have children. You can do this later.
Definitely. And you know what's the point? Also, they was telling me that you're working in Emirates MED and you're a full-time job employee. You get your own salary.
Yeah.
You just live your life, chill, travel, do whatever you want while you're wasting your time being on a stage and deliver the message to people. And I was like, you know, like I've pulled all these negative people and I told them to join one event of mine. And I told them, if you guys feel bored, just go out and I would never judge you or I would never comment on you.
Yeah.
But if you felt very motivated, just raise your hand. And they came to my event, okay? And the first people who give me a big round of applause, the one who actually was pulling me down. And it was like, Maitha, we didn't know that you are so energetic and the way you talk and the way you deliver your message is very incredible. I said, because if you believe in yourself and if you're starting being you, that's the thing. That's the thing.
And what is being you? That is your... That's your philosophy. That's your motto.
That's my motto.
That's what you live by.
That's my motto. Be
Perhaps
you.
you can tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure for me because I will launch my book in 3 weeks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I already knew, but I wasn't sure whether we were allowed to talk about it.
So I'll be launching.
Very exciting.
Oh, thank you, Nita.
Yeah.
So I'll be launching my book in 3 weeks, which is Be You. It's actually a sort of stories, 11 stories, which every story, it's actually talked by its own. It's a real life stories of people. I didn't mention none of my stories in the book because I want to cover people's stories to let other people still learn from that.
And how did you find these stories? Who are these stories by?
Exactly. This is a nice question as well because people will ask, because maybe they are one of their relatives' stories, somebody friends.
From your circle.
It's not.
Okay.
It's actually, we can say like 2-3 stories are from my people who surrounding me.
Yeah.
However, the rest of the stories is actually from people which I don't know them.
Oh, wow.
I don't know them.
And how did you become familiar with them?
I actually the LinkedIn app. Okay, I was actually searching that day, like from posts, people post and everything. And whatever the post is actually getting my attention, I go to speak to that people in direct message. Like, I'm actually launching a book and I feel like your story will become really the talk of the town. Exactly. And they was like, this is a pleasure. Exactly. And I was like, having a meeting with them, like 30 minutes, just recording their voice and listen to their stories. And when I go back home, I write the story on my own perspective.
So you've been going out and doing that first-hand research, being inspired by a story, then doing the reach outs and saying, I think there could be a wider pool of people that also could benefit from the experience that these
Exactly.
these people, the topics.
Exactly.
And are there different topics? Is there a theme? Like, is there a thread that runs?
See, the end of the message is always being you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the story is about people who struggled in their life to be themselves, people who underestimate themselves, people who are copying other people as well. I'm always saying that we are a flower, and inside the flower there is a unique diamond. Just show the people how unique you are, because I know that when someone says like, "Oh my God, she's looking very amazing, the way she dressed, the way that she putting their makeup, I can do that like her exactly."
Yeah.
But why? I know that you can do your makeup maybe better than me. I know you can wear more beautiful better than me. So why you need to copy each other? So I always want to deliver this message: stop comparing yourself with others, because it's just pointless. You're wasting your time because you're not being you. You're just copying them. So basically, this is the story that I'm actually covering in the book: underestimating themselves, trying to find their own happiness. And this is one thing I want to cover as well: find your own happiness and discover your own inner happiness, by the way, because sometimes we do whatever we want to do, but we are not happy. Okay. And I would feel like, okay, I'm here, like, being on the stage, start talking to people, but I never find my inner happiness.
What is inner happiness?
When you see people smiling back to you and you feel something is tickling your heart. This is the happiness.
Tickling your heart.
Tickling
like
your
that.
heart.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is how I can find my joy as well. People always, because to be honest with you, I'm not from Dubai. I'm actually living in Ras Al Khaimah, which is in the Northern Emirates. And every day I come the whole way, 1 hour and 30 minutes from my home till Dubai every day, even in the weekends. People will always like, it's waste of petrol. You're just paying for the petrol and everything. I was like, I don't care, because I'm following my passion. Through this 1 hour and 30 minutes, I'm going to my passion to discover my happiness and fill my life with joy.
And knowing you, I think you're making good use of that hour and a half as well. You're probably listening to podcasts, and you're probably or doing research, or not even that, just clearing your mind sometimes. And it's so important for that inner happiness to keep your mind clear, to do those exercises.
Definitely, yes.
Are there any exercises that you do that other people you think could benefit from to keep a healthy mind?
A meditation.
Yeah.
I usually do meditation, and I've never said that in my whole life, but I will just say it today. Actually, I used to be a ballerina.
No way!
Really?
I did not know that. I was just looking at adverts for the Nutcracker. I wanted to go see the Nutcracker. We'll go together, I think.
Let's go. So
you're a trained ballerina.
I used to be a ballerina since I was 8 years old. I used to be, however, I always like to do a meditation because it's always helping my mind to not stop in one pose, but thinking about others as well. Because sometimes we are, especially at night, we are overstressed, we are overthinking.
Overstimulated with all these devices.
Definitely.
And, Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube.
And you're summarizing whatever you had in the whole day, like especially from the day till night.
You replay the whole mind.
Exactly.
And it's negative thoughts.
Definitely.
That's when it's when you put your head to the pillow, what somebody said to you comes back and sticks in your mind. You just play it over and over.
Play over and over. So instead of that, just do meditation. You relax your mind. You're thinking about, I'm okay, I'm good, let's go, time to bed.
Yeah. Do you think that playing having a dance, pursuing dance, or having a sport, or playing an instrument, do you think that helps with being able to channel your kind of emotions and help you process these things at an early age? Do you think it's important for children?
It is important, of course. See, I will tell you, not just only ballerina, but other sports as well. It helps you a lot. Because sometimes we are having bad days, and whatever we are facing, especially as a kid, it's always starting to let our mind grow. Not even our body to grow, but even our mind to grow, because it's actually physically, sports is really good for the mind. It's really good for the body. So especially for the kids, while we're forcing them to play sports, and especially for the boys to play football, because they're starting moving their body. And when you start moving your body, your arm muscular thing start to move as well. So it helps you to grow very fastly and healthy way as well.
Yeah. And you know what, I think it's really nice when, as you get older, perhaps you don't play those sports as often, but you still have a hobby. As a Scrum Master, tell me, what do you think it is about your personality that lends itself to project management?
That's really good. So I'm an electronics engineer by profession and emerging youth leader by passion. So when I started, it's a really hilarious and funny thing. When I started applying in Emirates MBD, I give them the CV. And I took the first interview with the IT department, because Scrum Master is actually under IT department. And, you know, like the lady who interviewed me, she was like, you know, she just flipped the CV and the end she kept it at the side. And I was like, oh my God, now she will ask me tough questions. And you know what she asked me? Like, I like your personality and I will deploy you, not because of your qualification and your degree, because of your personality. Because a Scrum Master is always about, a Scrum Master is like a project manager. Yeah. You're leading projects, like let's say 3-4 projects, and you have a team under your project. And I'm the only female I'm only female, young, and an Emirati lady who's handling 150 men under my area.
Yeah, I remember hearing this at the panel, which is incredible for somebody so young. And you know, you're clearly a trailblazer as well in this field to be able to have progressed so quickly to that position and to manage such a large team. And tell me, being a Scrum Master, what is the challenge?
Leading a team. See, it's difficult to lead people because sometimes I hate the word being bossy. I hate that. It's because...
Has it been associated to you though?
No.
You haven't been called bossy?
No. So to be honest, like...
I have.
It's good to be honest. Yeah. Like, it's very challenging, especially to control men mindset. You know, like, who would think she is a lady who's controlling me to deliver a task within a timeline? Because Scrum Master...
that bias.
Exactly. Because we have a timeline to deliver the task within this timeline. Otherwise, if we like exceed the due date, like will be like a lot of questions mark on my head as a Scrum Master. So I'm always avoiding this. But people asking me, like especially people was, how did you lead a man? And I would be like, it's tough. Yeah, it's not easy at all.
Because it is gender bias.
It is gender bias.
It is difficult for them to sometimes, not everyone, but for some men it's
some
difficult for
them
to have instructions led by a female. It's unusual.
It's unusual. And you know how I broke this? Is like every single week, at the end of the week, I always take them out for a coffee. Because I want to show them who is really Maitha.
150 coffees?
I just split it out. Like 100 here and 100 here, you know?
You're quite caffeinated. With a decaf.
150 for me, like I'm taking my old gangsters out. So it was like split the days or split the timing, like 2 hours here and 2 hours there. But I always showing them, like, I don't care if you're seeing me like a bossy or seeing me like someone who's like a female who's having this empowerment to lead a man. Look, for me, I want to see you guys a leader who is leading you whatever conflicts or challenges that you do have. That's why I'm always taking them for a coffee. I always set up a 1-hour meeting just for a chit chat. I told them,
one-on-ones are important.
Exactly.
It comes back to what you said, where you need that person to be able to offload to.
Exactly.
And even at work, maybe they need to be able to offload onto you and to share what their challenges are. So again, I think there seems to be this thread here. It's like, you know, part of being you is also being able to communicate and being able to find the right channels to be able to communicate what you're feeling.
Definitely. I totally agree with you, like to find the right channels. That's why I always like sit with them, try to talk and try. Some of the people, they're so quiet, so shy. It's difficult for you sometimes to grab the words.
It's like getting blood out of a stone, you know?
Definitely. And still I will be like, I will never give up. Still, step by step, I'll try to get the word out of their mouth. Because sometimes people, when they stop putting everything under their own umbrella, it stresses them. it's actually give them some sickness, which is really ungood for their health.
It's not good.
So that's why I try to grab the words. If it's not today, it will be tomorrow. So I'll always try to grab the words till I feel like I met the target.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
that leads me to, it seems there's another common theme here, which is persistence. So what you just described there, you're persistent with your team members in getting to the root of an issue if there is one, or drawing something out of them. That persistence for you to have that strength and will and drive to get on stage. Where does that persistence come from? Do you think it's inherent? You're born with it, or is it something that you've trained yourself?
I say like I'm born with it, because I used to do this even at home. Like even with my two brothers, I have two brothers, they're younger than me. We are only 3. I used to do this at home even when I'm too young. Whenever I see my brother, he's like too weak to speak, and I feel like there's something awkward with his personality. I used to sit with him, I used to tell him, just talk. Just let me, like indirectly, I tell him to talk, not like just talk to me. No, indirectly, open stories, open doors, till he feels so comfortable to talk to me. Then he just like take everything out. So I used to born like this. I used to see people like, I like to talk to them. I like to feel them, because sometimes I always put myself in their shoe. Like I want to find someone who always come to me and tell me, Maitha, talk. What is inside you? What actually made your day so bad, or what makes your day so good? I like to give my expression to everyone. So that's why I'm grabbing the words from people, because I feel them. So always my mom telling me, you never zip your mouth. You
never zip your mouth.
Yes. You always try to take people's words, and you always give your own words.
Yeah.
So maybe this is my personality since I born.
Yeah. So the book, Be You, what do you want this book to make people feel? And how do you want them to take the lessons from the book? How do you want them to embrace it? What is the purpose of sharing these stories through this book with
the title
the reader?
Itself, it talk. It just be you, which is being yourself.
Yeah.
So just take that wolf out of you and show people how you're unique, how you can believe in yourself and never underestimate yourself, and never listen to people's judgment, just being yourself. This 11 stories I do have in the book is different nationalities, different countries, which is, I didn't mean to focus on United Arab Emirates, because challenges, obstacles are everywhere in this globe. So you just listen to these stories, 11 stories, and try to find where are you in these 11 stories. And try to solve your own things. I know sometimes it's difficult to solve your own problems and to find your inner happiness and being yourself, but we are always here for you. We are always here. We are an open book. We will listen to your problems. We will try to solve out how you can find your inner happiness. I know it's difficult, but you can nail it.
Yeah.
You can nail it.
I like that these 11 stories come from different backgrounds, because I think here in Dubai we are a multicultural society. We have so many different languages and cultures. Today's Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Thank you. But we celebrate so many different festivities here. And you can see it running through the city, whether it's the food, the languages, the culture, the color. And, Emiratis have really embraced all these cultures coming in. So I think it's really important that,
diversity
the book shows that diversity.
Exactly.
And how important is, diversity such a broad topic, inclusivity also such a broad topic. We met under a topic of, female empowerment. How important is that thread running through the book?
You mean the diversity or the women empowerment? Both,
I think, yeah, because I think you said women already empowered.
Yeah.
So, you know.
See, the diversity, I actually do it for a purpose, to have different ages in the book. You will see like 10 years, 15 years. You will
wow,
see,
so you've got like kids.
Yeah.
The stories from kids. Okay.
Exactly. You'll see 60-year-olds. So I have a diversity of the ages, nationalities, and also the diversity of the people mindsets. You will see a lot of different, because here in the UAE, as you mentioned, we are like multicultural diversities and everything is over there. So if we focus on one nationality, either Indians, either from French, either like Germany's, either like United Arab Emirates, people will think like Maitha is more oriented or having her own perspective to one nationality.
She's partial.
Exactly. Yeah. But for me, I love everyone. Yeah. I like everyone. And because this is what United Arab Emirates show to people, that we are multicultural country. Yeah. That's why I want to show it in the same thing in my book. By the way, the book will be launched in 3 weeks. It will be English version. And after 1 month, it will be Arabic version. And then will be French and Serbian language as well. People ask me why Serbian? Yeah. Because I've done a research showing that Serbian country is they are more into reading book, and they're more curious about other nationalities book as well. That's what will be
interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to have it available to people in different languages.
Definitely, and of course Indian language.
Yeah. So I'm excited to read the book. I hope I get an advance copy.
Of course.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I guess then there'll be an audio version as well at some point.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I guess we keep going back to the UAE as well. And how important has the UAE been in the development of Maitha and who you are? Do you think you would have been the same person if you grew up in another city with different visions, different cultures around you, different influences?
I believe that if I grow in another country, I will have another personality. See, UAE playing a big role in who I am today. It's because of the opportunity that I did had. Is that whenever I ask for something, I will always see the door is open for me.
Yeah, this country really is opportunity led.
Exactly.
I believe. I think that there is this strong vision, but also there's this can-do attitude that is all the way from the leadership that trickles down to every strata of society. And I definitely see that in you, that, you know, those opportunities have been encouraged. You know, it's cultivated, that take the opportunities. We want to be better. And, you know, the BU really does align with the country wanting to be the best.
The best, exactly. And because UAE always believe on next generation. That's why I feel like if you put the footprint in the UAE, they will never let you down. It's not because, for me, as a United Arab Emirates, as a local, but also for other nationalities as well. UAE is a big door for opportunities. Either if you want to find your professional side or you want to find your passion side. Yeah. You will always see it available in your front of you. But the only thing that you need to do is to work hard on yourself. Yeah. You know, like sometimes, even for students, see, whenever you graduated from the high school, it's really tough to get into your career journey or to find your
unless you're Maitha and you get your job at 21 at Emirates MBD and you're a Scrum Master by the time
you know I was really working hard on myself. Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you will find the destiny is there. Yeah. Sometimes you need to really work hard on yourself, but never give up. Some students, they will feel like, now we are like, you know, like we just finished the high school, and I believe that I will never find the opportunity in front of me because it's difficult, it's a challenge for me to get a career journey. Nothing is impossible. The word itself is saying, I am possible. So if you believe in yourself that God will open the door for you, you can nail it.
I love that. I am possible.
I am possible. Exactly. And if you don't get the chance today at 21 or 20 years old, even you will get it in 30 or 31.
Age is nothing but a number.
It's
you can
just
start
a number.
At any
exactly.
age.
Start in any age. Just believe in yourself and being who really you are. And stop sitting in a corner in your home and telling yourself the work or the passion will come to me. It will never happen.
You have to go out there and knock on doors.
You need to be like a Superman or a Bat. You don't need to have a superpower, but just wear like the Superman red thing.
Yeah, the cape.
Exactly. Just wear it
your cape
and fly. You have a wings, but no one can see it except you. Just fly with your wings and show the people how really powerful you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to touch on like, who is somebody that you really look up to, like an inspiration, whether it's a world leader or, you know, a celebrity or a sports star? Is there anybody that you really look up to?
Okay, that's a lovely question. So, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, the ruler of UAE, I see him a big example of really who I want to be tomorrow. Is I feel like whenever he said or advised us, he really do care about us. And I believe in every single message that he deliver for us. And for me, it's just to grab the message and deliver it to the whole world, because I can see him as a role model, not even in the UAE, but globally.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, you look at the impact that he's had globally.
Exactly.
And the UAE, the platform that it has now on an international stage, it's, you know, it's going up.
Exactly, it's going
Every year you're seeing more and more prominence given to the UAE, whether it's, you know, we're hosting COP28 in a few weeks, which, you know, will have all the world leaders come here, and there's so much that, you know, this country's doing for sustainability initiatives. When, I mean,
as we are in the year of sustainability, so this is really impactful. As well as I mentioned at the beginning, like my source of inspiration is my dad. And I'm thankful so much to him. But however, the second role model I've seen in my life is my grandpa. I'm sorry, Dad.
You just got demoted.
Because because my grandpa, he's always like, whenever he sees my work out, I don't know why he start to cry. It's not because he is sad.
He's emotional.
It's emotional. It's because he's proud.
Exactly. Yeah. And like, I mean, your grandfather, I'm assuming, remembers the UAE before it was the UAE.
Exactly.
When it was, you know, a very different place.
Definitely.
And I guess for him, it's a sense of pride of seeing his children, his granddaughter now, you know, taking the stage and being an inspiration. And perhaps back then they didn't have that many inspirational people around them, you know, and now there's this community.
Of course, and especially whenever I want to do something out of the box, the only person I've seen like he never say no to me is my grandpa.
I think you're somebody who gets what she wants. You're, as we said already, persistent, driven. You're very clear on your goals. As a 21-year-old, you knew exactly what you wanted to do. So what do you do when you hear a no?
When I hear no, I try to convince why it's no, and I will convert this no to yes.
That's what I mean. So, before we wrap, what else do you want the audience to know about the book and the launch in 3 weeks? So, is there anything else you want to share about what's coming after the book? It's going to be delivered in multiple languages. There's an event. There'll be a launch. Just say yes.
There will be an event.
There'll be an event.
Yes.
There'll be a launch.
Yeah, there will be like a big launch of the event, which will be in Feb 2024. And of course, I'm welcoming everyone to attend this amazing event, because we'll be like not just launching a book, but launching a happiness, launching a movement. A movement. Exactly. So I'm welcoming everyone. There will be like a teaser we'll be showing soon after 3 weeks. And of course, invitation will be like sending to everyone who is trying to find their inner happiness and being themselves. So as well as people will ask me why you didn't launch it before, and why you don't launch it after 2024. I'll say one unique thing about my book. My book is actually supporting sustainability. 90% of my book is sustain book, which is the paper that I used to print the book with, is sustain paper.
So it aligns very nicely with this year.
Exactly, that's why. As well as the artwork that I do have in my book is a coffee artwork, which is
What does that mean?
Yeah, the coffee artwork, because we know that the coffee is a sustained, instead of using ink, pencils, we use the coffee, which is sustained, just a Nescafe and with water, and start just drawing it.
And there's such a rich history of coffee
Exactly.
in this
And
nation.
I'm addicted to coffee.
Yeah, you're having about 150 a week.
Yeah. I need to manage 150 meds. I need to
Yeah.
have coffee.
So we're going to have coffee art,
Coffee art.
sustainable. Then the book
Exactly.
is made from sustainable material.
90% yes, because the cover page is actually, we need elimination, and this,
Yeah.
so 10% it goes out of that, so
Just for the
90% yes.
Okay, so that's aligning very nicely to this year.
To this
so
year,
you
that's-
have a
yeah.
very exciting 2024 ahead.
Yes, I'm so excited
I
from now.
am so excited to read the book and to witness this movement.
Inshallah.
And you inspire not just the youth. I know that you are an emerging youth leader, but I think you'll be able to inspire people from all walks of life, all ages, all nationalities, when it comes to just people finding themselves and, them being them and finding their voice, because
Exactly.
it seems like you found your voice very early on in life.
And I know but people can do better than me. They can even start earlier than what I've done. 21, they can start 18, 17. Nothing can stop you from achieving what you want.
You look at Malala and
Exactly.
Greta Thunberg, all these, they were young when they
They
started.
was younger. Yeah, exactly. So
Malala was incredibly young when she started sharing her message.
exactly.
with the
So
world.
that's why everyone is unique. So just believe in yourself and just be blindly to whatever you want to do. Because if you will start blaming yourself on every single point that you've done, you will never learn. You will never learn. And always learn from your mistakes. People will say like, I just fail. I'll just like leave it. I know like I'm not meant to be here or whatever. No, the failure point is just a successful point for your new journey. So always learn from your mistakes and always try to learn. CEOs, CTOs, CIOs, still, if they are in C-level, they always try to fill their minds with a new technology, with a new learning they discover. So never stop learning.
Never stop learning.
Never.
I think that is so important.
Exactly.
I am leaving this conversation incredibly inspired. I think the readers of your book will also draw the same inspiration from your story and the story of others that you're sharing. And I look forward to reading it. Thank you so much
You're most
for
welcome.
coming on the show.
It's always a pleasure for me to deliver a message that which is being yourself.
Thank you so
You're
much.
most welcome.
I can't wait for the launch.
Perfect.
Thanks.
I'm excited too.
Rhine and Shine. Podcast brought you by Blue Rhine Industries.